Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to the stream today. Happy Memorial Day. It's not really a happy holiday, but you know, a day of gratitude. And I spent the morning. A couple of my kids and I did a Murph challenge workout, and then we headed to the cemetery, and then we were home. And I have a whole boatload of babies to edit because this day is going to be kind of nuts. So I'm going to use the same action that I used before on the last baby that I edited on stream because their skin tones are pretty similar. So this should be a nice, easy transition here to this one. And you will notice that I have my music back. I can't stand it anymore. And I had a note. Somebody gave me another Twitch and YouTube safe music provider, and I wrote it down, and then I threw my notes out, and I cannot remember. I don't even remember which stream it was, so I can't go back and look at the other options. So I'll have to do a little research at some point, but it's one of those things I don't ever think about until I'm sitting down to work, and then I don't have that kind of time. The countdown is already on. So I hope everybody had a nice long weekend. Took a minute to pause and reflect. Did some fun stuff. Grilled out, whatever. And I can't even help myself, so I'll give a little highlight because I just love that little kiss of light across the bridge. The baby nose. And here we go. We've got music back. I love the little squinty pursed lips look here. And just like with the other one, if I feel like the little yellow jaundice tint is really stealing the show, I can run a batch action across the entire session at the end, just in one fell swoop. But a lot of times, when you step back and then look at the session as a whole, it makes more sense. It looks more natural like that. Babies tend to have a little different shade to their skin tone. A little wrinkle nose. I am supremely sunburnt. I don't know if you can tell that in a little tiny box, but it's there. I feel it. So I think we got some slow jams going on tonight, which I'm on board with. And I have some really exciting career news I'm not allowed yet to share. Hi, welcome first time chat from, is that Kentucky Exile or just Kai? It's Kentucky, we're neighbors, unless you're actually exiled from Kentucky, and then maybe we're even closer neighbors in Indiana. And the stylus is so much faster, but I feel like it's all the way, like 10 whole inches away. This is the one I was looking for. And then then I will grab the stylus for this. Just so much quicker. Yep. Kai, okay. Awesome. How's it going today? Oh, Liverpool. Gotcha. So not Kentucky. Are you a soccer fan? That's how I know Liverpool. Or are you a photographer, which makes more sense for this stream. Okay. And I'm just going to run a much smaller one here. Just give the little bright eyes a little attention. And then go a little bigger with my brush. There we go. And then if we really want to get... I'm good today. Thank you very much. How are you? Hi, another first time. Are those eyes? I always panic saying everybody's names. I'm sorry. Is that I or an L? I'm not even going to try it. I'll mess it up. How's everybody doing today? This is much later than I normally stream. Good. Good to be great. See, I have music back and then there are people again. Everybody missed the music. Hopefully we don't get muted. It's a little too much. I'm a little ham there. So this is just, I've got a whole ton. Thank you for the follow. Yay. I've got a whole ton of newborn girls this month. It's crazy. No baby boys, all girls. And all are showing up at the exact same time. So that is where all my focus is right now. And I'm not going to edit that one because I like the other tongue sticking out one better. But it's been a lot of work recently, which I think my work is fun, so it works out. But these newborns have to get done, and I've got a thread out of this blanket that's going to drive me nuts. There we go. So I'm going to give her Smile a little help. I kind of got her. Oh, congratulations! 4-month-old. Oh, so you're getting all the good smiles and snuggles, and I love it. I have 6 of my own. They're a good time. Mine are bigger now. The oldest is 16. The youngest is 6, and they're all about 2.5 years apart. So we're past the little baby. So I have to get my baby fix at the studio. Are you guys photographers? I did. Yes. Yes, you heard that right. I did say 6. So, and I'm gonna there we go. I know that clicking is so annoying, but I gotta get down. I think I just did one just like that, so. She was a little suspicious of me. That's alright. Alright, did one like that already. Aww. Okay, 97.99. I did not overshoot this one. My newborn from, my newborn from yesterday, I absolutely overshot, but that was for an old friend from college, and it was her grandbaby, and I 1,000,000% overshot. I shot 800. Normally for a newborn, I'll shoot 200 or 300, and I'll have over 100, and oh, bless you, we just became best friends. I love it. I appreciate it. So this one I did not overshoot. I did maybe a little bit, but just by comparison, it doesn't seem like I did because I only shot 600 maybe. No, not even that much, I don't think. But they had family. Let's look. Let's see how many I did shoot. Because it wasn't. Okay, I did shoot 600. But I did overshoot this a little bit. But just by comparison, it doesn't seem like I did. So I'm just going to run that same. Now, what I would really like to know here is if I can. I'm actually going to duplicate this because these are going to be the death of me. And I've got this thread running off. See, that's going to be an issue. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get lucky. Probably not. But I will try anyway. It actually doesn't look that bad. Now I'm going to brighten it a little bit because it's nearer the light. And I just did a single light setup. Let's go 100% so I don't have a hard line. I do have Discord. Okay, sort of. Because a couple of people on here helped me get started. So I technically have a Discord, but I'm not on there very often. But yes, I'm on there. In fact, I'm glad you said that because I probably need to get back on there because people have been so nice to help me get started. And here we go. And then looks fine. We'll just do a light gradient. And then lower that opacity a little bit. Not that much. There we go. Oh, yes! I'd love to see him! Share yo babies! When I first opened my studio 15 years ago, I was scared of the, right then it was the milestone thing was huge and popular, where you did newborn, 4 months, 9 months, and 1 year. And I was always so scared of 4 months because it's a tough age if you aren't sure what to expect. But they are. Oh, are you looking for the command thing? I haven't done that yet. I keep meaning to. That's another thing. See, I'm not good at this. Let's see. Are they bot commands? Is there a link? I don't know what I'm doing yet. But I really grew to love that age because they give the best smiles. What do you need a link from me? What kind of link do I give you? You have to give me idiot-proof instructions, and I will follow them. I wonder if I'm still signing into this board. Let me see. Okay, 481 notifications. I'm not good at this. Above your chat rooms on the left side. Okay. Okay, wait. What am I looking for? Discord channel, invite. Okay. Let's look for the invite. Here we go. Okay, it's not mine. Does that matter? I don't know. Let me see which one. Okay, this is this one. Okay, let me see if that works. Did I already say this? I'm not sure. So is this your first baby? $13, 16, 13, 15, 21. 98, 13, 16, 21. And this baby, I photographed her big sister 4 years ago. And that's one of my most favorite things, is getting to see the babies that I photographed. Oh, she was on a roll here. These are all cute faces. And then see them become big brothers and big sisters, and then over and over. I absolutely love it. Because it's crazy. You just get used to these. You think they're just going to be babies next time they come back, and then they went and got big. $840. Okay, and then I'm going to pop in here and tell me we have edited right now, just 20. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this thing? It's like stuck. Yep. There we go. Alright. So I want to keep just a touch of the white on the edges to help balance the greens, but I do want to deepen the entire thing a little bit. Nice having music again. I'm nervous though that it's going to do what it's been doing, where I end up having to silence part of the copy on YouTube, and I've got it marked YouTube safe, so I don't know what the deal is there. so excited. What? Oh, I heard it. Where do I go though? Oh my gosh, what a cutie! He is precious. Oh my gosh, those eyes. I love him. He's gorgeous. Congratulations. Now, are you a photographer? Because that little guy will keep you all kinds of busy with those eyes. I love it. A little bit bigger. It's such a fun age. It really is. I don't know why I was so scared of it. I was also scared of 1-year-olds because, especially if they're walking. You know, everybody wants their first baby to walk really fast. By the second one, you're like, take your time. Get back in that bouncy seat. Oh, well, that's good. Pictures are pictures. We'd be glad to have them. I gotta get my baby fix at work. It's a good way to do it, though. I've had a lot of bright-eyed newborns where they're real bright-eyed and awake, just chilling, just watching me at the beginning of their session, and then they kind of head into their sleep, and it's perfect. Model babies. You can train all the babies who don't want their picture taken. Aw, no such thing as too many. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Yeah, it's really blonde in that last one. Those cheeks. Oh, I love a baby cheek. Yes, absolutely. You should catch every moment. That is the best. When my oldest was born, like the cameras on flip phones had just come out. So we thought it was amazing. We were like, we can take a picture anytime. We've got our phone. But the files, like, full size are like, I can print them this big. But I'm still glad to have them. Oh, that did not. I love it. And you'll be so glad because it's crazy to look back and see how quickly, and I know everybody says that, oh, it goes by quick. Well, it does. So I'm here to not tell you any differently than that. Yeah, my oldest is going to be 17 next month. He's not a baby anymore. I've been really lucky. I was also scared of having teenagers. And so far, my teenagers have been really good to me. So all of mine are about 2.5 years apart. So we've got almost 17. We've got a little girl that would have been 15. A 14-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, almost 9-year-old girl, and 6-year-old girl. And I still think of her as a baby, and then I see her with some, she's not. By the time my oldest was 6, he had like 4 siblings and was like, you know, had a profile on LinkedIn. He's pretty independent. It's funny how your expectations change with each kid. Got some jazzy music going on. Oh, baby cheek. Let's see. I'm not going to try to bend that blanket back. I'll just go. I want to keep that over there because since she's looking that way, I don't want to take the focal point away from the direction she's looking. So I don't want her to be looking into the smaller side. So if anybody is in Huntsville, Alabama area, Nashville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, I will be there in 1 month speaking on visual storytelling, and it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I was 23 with our first, and I'm really glad. It's a big difference, I feel like. For me it was anyway. Maybe it's not for everybody. But I was, let's see, I was 23. I might have been 24 when we had him. That's math, though. I'm just not willing to do that on a holiday. 5, let's see. So yeah, I was 24 when I had him. I think. No. 98.44. Look at those bright eyes. And we use this blanket with her big sister. So they were kind of recreating the big sisters with baby sister. And I might end up editing. I don't normally edit the family pictures on stream, but I might have to because there are some sibling ones that are just too precious. So I try to save those and have them be just for the family to see first. And then obviously they're already edited, so it makes sense to revisit them on here, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Wait on that. I might have to. Alright, we'll do this. I don't know what color this is, if it's blue or green. How long have I been doing this? So I've been a professional. Hey, hola! What's considered a beginner camera nowadays? Okay, so first of all, how long I've been doing this. I'll go in order here so I don't forget. I majored in college in fine arts, and I started my studio as a portrait, as an oil portrait studio. Kind of. It wasn't real exciting from an art standpoint. However, 15 years ago, I opened the photography studio, and we've been in this town 10 years, and I've been in my studio space 10 years. and I absolutely love it. Truly, I love every minute of it, and I feel really blessed that I can say that for my job. That I really love every aspect of it. But so I've been actually in business for 15 years. And then, let's see. But I had a degree in fine arts. I was actually in a painting concentration. And then I got another degree in marketing, which obviously that I use every day as well. And I also have degrees. I have a Master of Photography, a Craftsman, and a CPP from PPA. And her eyelashes were blocking her catch lights here, so I'm just going to bump them along. Okay, what's considered a beginner camera nowadays? I honestly, should I just knock that off? Okay, hold on a second. I'm back. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's considered a beginner camera. I mean, the camera I use might be considered a beginner camera. It's not that impressive. It is. I have two camera bodies, and the two lenses that I use. Okay, thank you for hanging out, and thank you for sharing your baby. Come back and see us again. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? So, I use Nikon D300. Thank you. I appreciate it. And they are probably realistically considered pretty beginner cameras. They're crop sensor old. They're both 12 years old. But I also have won some pretty, I've been nominated for some big awards. I've won some pretty big honors, had exhibitions, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, maybe it's considered beginner. Probably is. I'm not too worried about it. Whatever gets the job done. Because really, the mechanics of a camera, unless the one exception I will say is if you are working in a genre that you have to shoot in low light, then it makes a big difference. So if you're wedding or some kind of event photographer where you don't have control over the lighting, then it probably makes a bigger difference. Oh, yes, I did. Could you hear me? I don't know. So, I mean, I answered it in a roundabout way because I guess like entry level. I guess what do you mean by professional or by beginner? That let's go back to that because here we go. Because like anything could be, it's kind of relative. I feel like, but I shoot with not impressive equipment at all, and I do not consider myself a beginner, depending on who you ask. I am going to adjust this color a little bit because I want that blanket whoops. So were you able to hear that? Did an ad play? Somebody told me how to change it so that they're just showing up at the beginning. And I wrote it down with everything else in my life, and then I threw it away. And EOS, EOS RP, what's that? I'm gonna look it up. And then Oh, mirrorless. I don't know what would make that a beginner. Like a beginner mirrorless? I don't know. So it's full frame. I still shoot crop frame. Sony A7. Let's look that. I'm having kind of a camera identity crisis right now because I am such a creature of habit. Yeah, that might be considered a beginner camera, just judging by the price point. But I don't think that means much anyway. Like what a beginner camera is. So I shot with Nikon. I had one Canon way back, but I have been loyal to Nikon for more than 15 years. My very first camera was, in fact, that baby that I photographed the other day, and I said that it was not this one that's in front of me, but it was a baby that was a friend that I went to college with. It was her first grandbaby. And when I graduated, I sold her my first real camera because she was going to take photography. And she told me when she was at my studio the other day, she still has it and she was going to bring it. And that is just so exciting to me. Ridiculous. But it is really exciting. And that was my first, and I didn't know I was going to be a photographer. It wasn't like a rash decision or anything. We had talked about it, but it's one of those things like maybe someday that would be cool. And then when our daughter passed away, I wanted something to like focus on, to kind of pour myself into and open the studio. And then here we are 15 years later, and I'm in love with what I do. I love it. But as far as what is considered a beginner, I don't know. I'm zero help, I'm sorry. But I would be willing to bet that most people would consider my camera that I use as my main camera a beginner. And I know I would like to upgrade. I'm planning to upgrade because the 12 and 13-year-old camera body that gets used and abused on the regular probably needs to be upgraded. And I was just gonna get like maybe a Nikon 850, but I saw that Nikon is going to move away from DSLRs and move, I guess, straight into mirrorless. And I didn't touch up that color, did I? I'm going to open these together because I just want them to be uniform. They don't have to be perfect, but they do need to be uniform. That one looks like it, and that one does not. It's got a little more blue in the undertones. There's that luscious color I was looking for. So anyway, now I'm kind of torn because it feels weird to buy something that I know they're not going to be having anymore. That feels weird. So what do I want? I don't know. I know mirrorless, everybody loves mirrorless right now, and that's kind of the thing, but it feels like a fad to me. I don't think that's anything that I'll need. I'm not a gear junkie at all. I am absolutely a creature of habit, and once I use something, I will use it until I am utterly forced to get something else. Oh, this. Hey, Flavio! It's been a while. How are you? This song. I've got music back. That's why everybody's here. Everybody's here for the music. first full frame, and then people turn around and say, oh well. I mean, who are people anyway? Good. Glad to see everybody. I can't. Okay, I can't with the whispering in this song. I'm sorry. No, I can't. Do I want to keep that ruffle? I kind of like it. It's distracting. I feel like it's a good balance. I think I'm going to keep it. And then this is, it definitely still has blue undertones, but not as much, so it'll just barely get a bump. How's everybody doing tonight? I think I will leave that. I like that texture. I'm a texture junkie. Gonna be a little much. Dial it back there, Elliot. Photography world is what looks at beginner. I mean, it's all relative. I think a good photographer can shoot with bad gear and create really beautiful stuff. And I think that you can give somebody the best gear in the world and maybe they don't do much with it. But I know that there are a lot of people that have a very different opinion of that. It depends what you're shooting too. Like if I had some, like I've talked about being bad at like astrophotography or the night sky, stuff like that, different gear would have a pretty big effect on that. I mean, not that I would all of a sudden be a great night sky photographer or anything, but that would make a difference in that scenario. Events, low light scenarios, I don't know what else, like speed, you know, I've got ND 500 on the brain because that's just because I live about an hour away from. I didn't actually watch any of it. I actually forgot that it was this weekend and we went downtown Indy for a soccer game on Saturday. It really wasn't too bad. I expected the traffic to be terrible, but that's true. And do you think at one point smartphones will have an effect in the photography world? I think the effect that smartphones will have has already happened, but not really. I don't think that people who really value creating portraits and photography as an art form will be affected by, you know, what our phones can do. And I think it's a blessing really that phones can create, you know, nice pictures, decent pictures, sometimes beautiful pictures, because that's stuff that would be missed otherwise. But I don't think that there will ever be a point where professional photography doesn't have a place and doesn't have value that can't be provided with more readily available options. But that was a pretty big concern, I guess. I'm getting lighter. I want that. At one point, I think that was a big concern, but not so much anymore. I think it's just, it might even help in that it would weed out the people that don't have a huge value. Hey, Lil Bass! How's it going? I'm still not really here. Is this an existential thing? Everybody just came to find out what happened to my sriracha dip. It's gone, and I'm very, very upset about it. Or you're all here because I have music on again. Why? What's your Discord announcement? I did miss it actually. I was just on Discord a second ago and I only had like 400 400 and something like messages or yes. Oh, I'm sorry your team lost. But big news. On Wednesday, I'm seeing the U.S. men's national team play Morocco. Second row. I'm so excited. I've got face tattoos. And if they don't, hopefully they come off. If they don't, then I'm going to the studio the next morning with American flag face tattoos. I'm okay with that. I am so excited to watch all the international friendlies that are coming up. Belgium and the Netherlands play, I think, Friday. That's one that I definitely want to watch. What's Thursday? Who's playing Thursday? Oh, you're not really on Twitch or Discord right now. Why? Is everything all right? Or should I check Discord? Oh, it helps really if you spell Discord even remotely close. It's better. It's better that way. Thank you. Who's your team? I don't remember the group. I didn't feel like normally there is a like there's like kind of an easy pool that you want to be in and you're like, "Oh man, somebody's going to have it." And there really wasn't, I didn't think. Unless that's US, maybe maybe we're the easy ones. I'm super excited about these young guns. I think they're going to put on a clinic. I am so excited. I got to see the '94 World Cup team when I was a kid, and now I get to take my kids to see the World Cup team. So who do you play on Thursday? Because I'd like to see that. I wonder if I'll get to see that. I don't think we're in the same group. Because I was, during the Mexico-US game, I was sweating it. It was a good game, but I was so glad when it was over. Oh, you play Uruguay. Okay, because then U.S. plays Uruguay, I think, Sunday. So it's going to be some good. Look at this bright-eyed baby. It's going to be some good soccer this week. I'm going on a speaking tour in 2 weeks. I think I'm going to end up having to go get a laptop before. Because my laptop is, like I was saying earlier about the cameras and everything, as I'm a creature of habit, and I really, really hate changing technology, even if it's an upgrade, even if it's going to make my life so much easier and I'm going to love it. My husband has talked me into it every time. And I'm like mad at him for a while. And then I secretly am really excited, but I can't let him know that. I was looking at that, a Surface. Do you like it? Do you have any, it will mainly be for writing and presentations for when I'm speaking. And I don't do I don't do like graphics or anything like that when I'm speaking. I'm the excitement. So, since there are 5 whole people right now, if anybody is in Alabama, Tennessee, or another part of Tennessee, come see me next month. It's going to be a good time. Alright, 98.66. So I'm dreading getting a new computer because I don't want to learn anything. It just feels like a lot of work. Wait, I like that one better. $79.81. Three. Make sure I got the right baby. Oh, almost quite as low. 98.83. Yes! I love that. I had an alarm clock when I was a teenager that said, go! Okay, 98.83. I'm going to open a few more before I start editing those. And at the end of this week, I am starting to edit a new exhibition. And I'm really excited. It's going to be unlike anything else I've been working on here. And I'm thrilled to have the whole thing come together on stream. And I think I am going to... I think I'm going to take my camera, just my normal camera body that I shoot with, to the game on Wednesday. Because I don't want to miss this chance to get, you know, some cool shots. Like I said, I'm not an event photographer, so don't expect anything. And I am taking my phone too, just because I don't have the right equipment. I don't have good equipment. I thought about renting something, but I'm just afraid it's going to get bumped around, it's going to get ruined. And I didn't want to have to carry anything huge. So I'm going to take one of my camera bodies and one of my normal lenses that need to be replaced anyway. So this is just me subconsciously forcing myself into updating my equipment if anything happens to it. 30 images. See, why? You enter more. By the way, you set my limit for Portrait Masters competition to 2. And I went from narrowing it down from 16, I entered 17. Because I'm not good at narrowing stuff down. I tried, but I just kept adding other stuff. So I did cut stuff, but I added more than I cut. What happened? So what is, I'm assuming that's Photographer of the Year. CU Photographer of the Year. I'm trying to put it together. Yes. I love it. My dad had a den that he would watch sports and soccer and basketball and stuff, and it had a pocket door, and you knew that if you came home and the pocket door was off, like off the track, do not ask about whatever game he'd been watching. It was a rough day. The old pocket door was down. Close up Photographer of the Year. Yes, do it. But why just 6? Enter them all. Enter 30. I'd be trying to enter 31. 30 is a lot, but 6 is a little. Ram! Got this party started. I like it. Like in Sleepless in Seattle. 8 is too few. 12 is too many. No, always leave them wishing you would just stop already. That's what I do. Leave them wishing they had a limit. Well, do you have them picked already? Close up Photographer of the Year. That's pretty exciting. That's not me though. I don't do anything close up. And now that I say that, I'm gonna the next one's gonna be like baby toes or something, but that's probably not what they meant. Oh, I love that little highlight. I do like, that's one of the things I like about the PPA comps, because they have a limit. They have a case of 4, so like I have to obsess. I don't have to, but I do obsess over those 4 and make them absolutely perfect. And I feel like I do that more. Oh, that's a little land. That is exciting. You get a Sigma 105. That would be a fun lens, an art lens. And you get a trophy. You get a trophy. That's the only reason I do anything. It's for the hardware. You can't even see that one. I need to put fingerprints or something on it. Some light. Too old to win the lens. Why? Oh, it's young. Oh, I didn't. I missed that part. Details, details. Well, I want the lens and the trophy. That's exciting. Can you see? I want to see. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna. These are beautiful. I wonder if I'm not supposed to be showing these. These are probably copyright protected, but I'm gonna look at them over here. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. That's so gross. What is that? Wow. That's pretty cool. Well, I want to see. Okay, okay, it's a deal. Lens and trophy are all mine. Everybody came back for the slow jam. Oh, we'll pick for you. I thought about that because my husband was like, we could let people on Twitch pick your entries for competitions and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And then I thought about it later and I was like, I don't know if I could do that. I'm kind of a control freak. Maybe I could for some competitions. I could never only enter one. I did that once, and I will say that it did work out. The first time I entered Portrait Masters, I entered one, and it won 7th place overall, and was a silver. And that's almost the best that I've done in that entire competition. And I throw everything at it. Like, I've got no self-control, no chill, total nut job. Why is it doing that? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Do we play each other? I gotta look it up now. I don't see one. But if you guys play Uruguay and we play Uruguay next Sunday, I wonder if you play Morocco too. It seems like it would all be like round robin, like we'd all play each other. Okay, what is happening right now? There, okay, it got weird for a minute. Yeah, I'm glad because that game in March, February maybe, that was stressful because we weren't even qualified yet. And it was a nail biter. And we had a lot of people, we had a lot of injuries. So I think we've come back a little bit from injuries. But that's kind of nerve-wracking too because there's still a long time before World Cup. That is. I'm glad to have. I was getting a little bored with the same kind of league play. I'm glad to have the international stuff going on. And then my little teams that I coach start back up in July. I'm so super duper duper excited. US plays England the day after Thanksgiving in November. And I'm planning our entire holiday season around it. I think I got 2 of these almost. Oh, I missed that. Only one Entering only one shows your confidence in that one is to increase your odds. Are epic. Well, congratulations on that. I It's hard because I feel like sometimes comparing photographs are kind of apples and oranges. So you never know what's going to connect with the judges. And it matters too if it's anonymous. I would say most of them are probably supposed to be anonymous. There are some people that no matter what, their style is going to be so definitive that you're going to know whose it is. But there are not a huge amount of photographers with that kind of well-known style. I can think of 3. Oh my gosh, I would be so thrilled with that. A little North American showdown. I think if I had to pick a team right now to see at the finals, I might pick Belgium. We were looking at that today, looking at who's going to be the biggest threat. I think Belgium has a really strong possibility. Maybe France. But I would love to see U.S. Mexico lock it. That would honestly be really, really exciting. We have a party. I'm planning it. Now I'm planning the party in my head. It's a done deal. Now it's got to happen. So after all that excitement with competition, I've got to decide what to do with my last. So if you have followed my stream at all, then you've heard this a million times. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize because this won't be the last either. I had done my district competitions for PPA, and my all 4, so my entire case for photographic open sealed. So that means if I leave it sealed, then it all automatically merits at the International Photographic Competition. And then 3 of the 4 sealed in Master Artist. And I've got that last entry that I've got to, I'm going to leave the bubbles. I love the bubbles on her chin. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm here for the bubbles. So I've got to decide what to do with that last. Yay! Spain or England. Oh no, don't say England. Because we select them in November. I would be so pumped to see Mexico and US in a final. That would be incredible. If I were picking, that would be my choice. You hear that? Whoever's make it happen. Yes, it's a Twitch takeover of the close-up photographer of the year. I love it. Let's see your entries. Jazz up my stream a little bit. I don't take close-up of anything. In fact, what's the opposite of that? Is there a far away photographer of the year? Because that I could do. Actually, I probably couldn't, because that would probably be like, I'm gonna leave that. I like that texture. That would be like landscape or something. So I'm starting to edit an exhibition on Friday that is unlike anything else I've done. So that is going to be cool. And I am going to do some... Here, I'm going to show you. I've shown this 900 times. And again, this won't be the last. Oh my gosh, that would be so exciting. So, for the 1 millionth time, here is Conversations with Our Ancestors. So these are the images that I use to create this that combines my ancestors, these old pictures, that creative restoration, and then combine it with pictures of my kids. So I'm going to do another one of these at the end of this week. Not quite as intense of an edit as this one, but with a little bit of a different idea. I didn't see when that ended. So I did IPC district, that sealed all but one, and then I did Portrait Masters, and that doesn't get announced until September. So I will forget what I entered, what categories they're in, all that good stuff, well before. And then I know I don't have anything to enter. But I do have exhibitions that I need to get handled. So that'll be something a little different. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep working. Twitch is a phenomenal excuse to continue working on entries all year long so that I don't procrastinate until I have this imaginary place where I think I'm going to have all kinds of time, which doesn't exist anymore. The only time I have is right now. I just turned into a Peloton instructor. You feel inspired? Me too. Yes! Let's get this World Cup. They do, and they're so young. Almost like, I almost feel like, well, maybe the next World Cup is our year, but like when those boys are on, they're so on. Yeah, the injury stuff scares me because that has been, I feel like, more than normal lately. Dest, I think, is still out. I don't know if he was on the roster for June. A lot of, and Robinson, defender, he's done. He had an Achilles injury. So, just as everybody else is coming back, then he's so fast too. I just totally got distracted. Oh, some Oreos. I had Oreos earlier. Whoop. Mega stuff. Did you find any? I'm assuming you're talking about Oreos and milk. Because I can't remember anything. I've not met that number yet, and I'm a little bit of a veteran at the Oreo eating. They were the first thing that I discovered was accidentally vegan. Would have probably been better if I had not. I do too. I feel like they've never been 100%. That they've always been like, okay, so right now their front line is so strong. And we've had a lot of injury. Keeper defense. Yes, tons to take pictures. So what did everybody shoot this weekend? Let's hear it. I went to a soccer game and did not take my camera. I took my cell phone, but I actually didn't even think about it for that game. But it's been all babies around here. All babies. What else did I do? Oh, nope. Back from that. One of my kids got sick on the way to church yesterday, so that kind of put a damper on things. What am I going to do with this? This is so weird. Why did I shoot at this angle? Here we go. Why not? I like shooting soccer too, but I don't have great equipment for it. Which I was literally like an hour ago. I was just talking about how I'm not an equipment junkie, blah blah blah. But now I'm recognizing. But I didn't have good seats at this game. I was at a weird angle, and they had a horrific own goal that I hope wasn't preserved. I felt bad for them, but that's a put your camera away moment. I am gonna try on Wednesday to get some in case I haven't talked about it enough. We're going to the U.S. men's national team game on Wednesday. I'm stuck. Well, okay. Go USA, obviously. But I am a Mexico fan. And I forget who. There's some player I really like, and I can't remember who it is. Somebody who plays in MLS. And, okay, so help me decide, Twitch. I have my 94 World Cup uniform. It's Kobe Jones that I could wear. Or I just got like a t-shirt that says U.S. men's national team. But I have face tattoos. It's going to be very professional on Thursday if they don't come off. And my kids have, like my daughter's got headbands with pinwheels. So I don't know what I should wear. If I should wear a uniform, or one of my sons wearing a ballistic uniform. And the other is wearing a uniform that doesn't have a name on it. It's just the national team. Vela, yes. Vela is LAFC. No, don't be sad. I mean, you can be sad if you want to be sad, but we'll eat Oreos with you. Twitch will eat Oreos in solidarity. Actually, I had to brush my teeth right before stream, because I didn't want to come on with pirate teeth. Because I care. I'm trying to think if I've ever eaten Oreos with milk. Seems like a good idea, but I'm not a milk drinker, really. Oh, goodness. Everybody's walking around right now. Did the bugs help? Bugs, maybe you need bugs and Oreos simultaneously. I don't want England to win. I'm mad at them for playing against us in November. Even though I really like some of the players, but I have to, especially the Man City players. But I'm mad at them already for being against us. Oh, she looks so grumpy. Even the little... Yes. I like LASD a lot. I like their uniforms. That's why I liked them originally. They have cool kids. Alright, 98, 95. I keep thinking that I'll be close to the end of this, but I think it's because I had a newborn right beforehand. 97, 9, 01. I think if I enter anything from my print gallery, it's double the price. Wait, what? And win for your voice to say. Okay, if I enter anything from my print gallery and win, that should double. Well, yeah, obviously. You put a little gold foil on there. Yes. More than double. Oh, I miss music. I hope that this doesn't get a warning or whatever. Because she's so cranky. She does not like that bunny, I guess. $99.08. Help me remember that. No, 99.12. I'm gonna open a few more because it's good. $15. $21.25. I'm super duper duper relieved, don't get me wrong, to have sealed 7 out of 8 images, but I'm also kind of like I don't know, bored isn't the right word. I'm looking for a project. And I have stuff like my project of earning a living. That's a fun one. And then I have an exhibition that I have to prep for. And by prep, I mean start it and finish it. But I just love competition. Maybe I need to find a new one. All mine seem to be at the same time of year. We use this bunny with her older sister too, which is pretty cool. I would like one thing that's kind of a bummer about Portrait Masters. Now they have added the creative category. So it rewards, or not rewards, it celebrates composite work, which, you know, I love. But it doesn't have a place for the creative restoration stuff that I'm super into right now. So I would like to do some more of those and put together an exhibition that I could maybe shop around for that. Celebrate creativity. Is that what I said? Did I might have screwed that up, but it's supposed to celebrate composite work. Did I just say creativity? I'm looking for a comp with a boring category. I really want them to celebrate my boring work. No, it's supposed to be, I was supposed to say composite. I was in the sun a lot today, as you can tell by my many different layers of Oh yeah, that's called it's called creative something. It might be called creative. I'm not sure. I'll be real honest, I have no idea. None. I know that I tagged my pictures creative, that it was more like the composite category. Uh, I'm gonna celebrate this little furrowed brow because that's fresh. Precious. Whoops. Oh, that's not helpful. There we go. I gotta say though, because of Twitch, because of you guys that are, I don't know, it's not really wildlife. What would you call like macro, super up close, like the insect work? I was noticing that because those in PPA districts fell under the category of um, I'm totally spacing the name. So obviously not portrait. I mean, I feel like it could be portrait. So I probably would have entered them in the wrong. I feel like I've edited the same image like 4 times. I'm sure they're not too similar. Oh, they're not. So what category was it? Now I've got to look because I don't want to misspeak. But it was one, maybe it's either illustrative or illustrative, depending on if you are in southern Indiana, like I am. But let's see. That must be where they were. Oh, landscape nature. I don't think that's where they were. That would just be portrait. It was a different category. I don't know what else it would have been in. Yeah, that must be it. But anyway, because of Twitch, I started watching that judging and paying close attention to it. And there was some really cool work in there. There was one I think I talked about on stream before that was like a spider with a web, like it was, I don't know, making it. I don't know if that's the scientific term. And I'm also not sure. Okay, that is. I couldn't tell if that speck was on my screen or what. But there was some really beautiful stuff. So I'm real curious to see the close-up photographer of the year. The commercial stuff fascinates me too, the commercial category in PPA's competition. Because I have shot commercially. I did not very exciting work. Before I opened the studio, I did, so you know at the end of commercials where there's like the still shot of the product? That was it. Very creatively satisfying. And I say that with a lot of sarcasm because it was not at all. But it was so cool. Cool to be part of that process. And this one, pretty much everybody has a similar skill set. You can't rely on it. So, okay, so given that a lot of competitions don't have many macro offerings, do you find that the judges are unprepared or ill prepared to properly judge that kind of category? because I feel like that would be a concern. You know, it's kind of like newborn photography for a long time was new, and it's a different set of what's the word I'm looking for? A different set of not really rules. That's not the right word, but for lack of a better term right now, it's a different set of rules. And so I think a lot of the entries of that category got misconstrued. They aren't prepared that you okay. Okay, so it's like okay, I like that. And that's hard to find in photography. It's hard to get that. I guess that would fall under impact. So you're getting a higher impact score because, and you know I'm relating everything to PPA. You're welcome. Oh, I love a bunny. It's funny once you start watching that stuff, and then I start recognizing how if I've shot something close up before, how it's not really. Not when you see real macro. Then you're like, oh, I'm not good at this. Who was I watching Image Stack? I think actually that was on this stream that somebody shared. Was it, Rim, was that you? Community critiques on YouTube. They've never really taken macro, so they had. I think that would be hard. And then you see something, you're like, oh, that's cool, that's really close up. And then you see one that's like image stacking. Like, I think it was you, Ram, that then like every like fine hair is in focus and just stunning detail. And then you go, oh, that's what it's supposed to be. And then you go back and rescore the first one. I wonder how often, Lobase, you can speak to this, how often the judges, like, they're like having dinner at night, like after a competition, and thinking about one and go, I got it wrong. Or like a ref. Like, I feel like there are times that a ref in any given sport at the end of the day, they're like, if I could go back, that would be a different call. Okay, I know I've edited a whole bunch like that, so I'm just gonna get on with my life there. But I love a bunny. Uh-oh, where'd everything go? Okay, I've done 55. Next one is 99.31. I usually figure the other judges screwed up more. Fair. Or maybe you just compartmentalize it and you're like, we'll get them next time. There have been many times, though, that I was super upset that something didn't score well in district or whatever. And then when I go back and look at it, it's a blessing because I was able to make it so much better than it was before. And I wouldn't have done it once it seals, and I'm not going to break the seal. I have my masters and I'm not going to break the seal. Because a lot of people, once they get their masters, they're like, well, I'll get creative and just try and get a better score. Nope. I want that gold. If there's a possibility of a trophy involved, I will not be risking it. I tell myself watching soccer games that the ref's going to go back and watch that play on film and feel bad. sense. They probably don't. I like this blue. Did I just open one? Why did I do that? Ooh, okay. Let me open this real quick, and then we've got entries to look at. No, 33. 35, 38. 35, 38, 40. So I'm not picking now. Oh, I'm sorry you're in a bad headspace. Oh, they do it. 42, wait, 43. It's a little off. 43, 46. And here are these little, oh, you know what? It's not going to do it, so. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love the light. Is this print or is this digital? This is like made for a metal print, or like, what is the one paper that it's almost like a metallic paper? Digital. I love that. And it's got like a metal feel on it already. Oh, I heard it. Which one is it? Which thing is it in? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh wait, there it is. I bet that's it. Well, I've got a lot to catch up on in here. I guess I haven't. Oops. Don't look. That was an accident. Just Spotify. That was probably copyright checking. Not playing it. Just opened the app. Alright, here's share your work, but does it go up or down? I haven't. I get distracted by a cat. I'm sorry. Ooh! I love the green. Oh my gosh. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do wonder what these look like. The second one's my favorite. Oh, it's the third one too. Do you title them? Yochu! 3 insects and 3 plants. Whoops. Made me click on Spotify again by accident. Yes, I think you've shared this one before, but I love this one. Love the raindrop. He's so sassy. I'm having. Maybe if I quit rolling over it, maybe that would help. But for whatever reason, I am having trouble with that. With my mic. And I bought another one and it's doing the same thing. So I'm just going to have to yell. I don't know I'm going to yell. It's probably better anyway. This is actually a blessing to you guys because I'm kind of a loud person anyway. So this is just saving you from me. We have thank you. We are on a baby spree right now. Babies everywhere, all baby girls. It is a done deal. And I can hear, I'm annoyed with the stupid mouse clicking. Oh, baby shoulder hair. Babies can pull off shoulder hair. That's it. Once you're not a baby anymore, it's over. I'm going to pull a switcheroo on the depth of field here, though, because I want to make sure the baby's lips are getting all the attention. Maybe I'll give a little highlight there. Oh no! Let's get one thing straight, okay? Oreos are never a waste. Don't dead open inside. Yes, that's when it was good. Stopped watching season 5. I'm not finding anything that I want, but I'm not finding it on Beat. Oh, that's aggressive. There we go. You guys just came for the music. See, I start. Except for the babies I photograph, obviously. Oh, I love it. This, honestly, babies are peak people. It's all downhill. If the zombie apocalypse does come to fruition, I give myself 3 days, max. Potato aliens don't sound scary at all. They actually sound pretty precious. I'm on board with that. I'm just having a good series to watch. That was good. Maybe I have a pretty bad memory, so maybe it's time to watch the first 4 seasons over again and then just stop. And if you haven't watched Breaking Bad and you're going to, I forget what season it is, but there's a definitive stopping point. And you can feel like this is it. This is the end. This is where it should end. And you're right. And so just stop watching it. Let it be the end for you. Not all caps. I just saw the vampire. Oh, we got slow jam. I feel like there were a few that were. They did pick it up on that last one, but there was one. I don't want to give it away, but there was a defining moment on the phone when he called on the phone and said it's over. It should have been over. Should have been over. I could have slept well knowing that it ended like that. But it has been a long time, so I feel like maybe because I don't think there's anything else. I really want to like Yellowstone, and I've watched the pilot like 8 times, thinking because I forget what happened, so I have to restart it. But I'm never into it enough to continue watching beyond that, and I feel like it's probably good if I would watch it. So here we are. I think I like that one better, actually. Cowboys versus aliens. I feel like Cowboys would win. Wait, let's do 61, 63. Do a little quick composite here. Ooh, okay. All right. Oh. You know what's so crazy to me? How these insects, like, don't have the weight of the shadow under them. I don't even know what that is, actually. I'm going to be real honest. I don't know what bug that is. So, for this competition, can you retouch? Can you do extensive retouching? That second one, that's my favorite. Actually, I think it's the second one for both. The second one Lobe shared and the second one that Ram shared. So 2 is a lucky number. I like her eyes in that one here. Let's get these wrapped up and then I can do the little potato sack. Speaking of potato babies, biggest macro competition in the world. Do they have live judging? You know I love me some live judging. I wish Portrait Masters did live judging. Are you guys on printcompetition.com? Not sponsored. Because I feel like that's a good place that you could just go watch stuff for fun. Because I do that relatively often with their game day app. Oh, there's somebody smack on the door. Went ham. In these competitions, all competitions to specify if they give trophies, because that's why I'm here. Like a real big, obnoxious one, too. I haven't gotten any of those. So I am playing in my alumni soccer game in July, and the person closest to me in age, I'm 40, and the next closest person to me in age is 17 years younger than me. So it should go really well. It's gonna be great. Yes, trophies take up glittery space. Isn't that funny? Like, why do I care? But I do. If you're having especially if you're having, like an award show, I am here for it. Okay, we'll do this potato sack. I like that one better. 99.65. I did overshoot this session, but not as much as I did the last newborn session from yesterday. So, baby steps. Eight. Getting hungry. Okay, 99.80. Okay. 80 and 83. I'm gonna open some more. It's being kind of weird. 99. What did I say? 99.80 and 83. That lip. Which one do we like? Yeah, we like that one. 84. 90. And I think I already did that one. Or not that one, but one real close. In video games, why does the enemy always leave so many explosive barrels laying around when they stand by them? I don't play a lot of video games. I play actually 0. So I do not know. I play Oregon Trail. I could maybe play some Mario Kart, like whatever the N64 was on. I could do that. That is where the party stops for me. I just like my hand-eye coordination is subpar. Not good. Which is ironic, being an artist. These textures. Why are my headphones so tight? Is my head bigger or the headphones smaller? I heard a beep. Get the proper look of the child. That's probably the answer to most things wrong with the world. Alright, I'm going to give a little more of a bean shape here. I know, right? I like a challenge. No, not like that. Bad. Why does it do that? No. See, I'm demonstrating. Yay! Thank you. Colorblind with poor hand-eye coordination. Like a challenge, what can I say? Look at that pouty lip though. That's some yellow going on. Ooh, okay, I can't see that very well. So since I can't, let's just I want to see more competition stuff here. I'm going to live vicariously since I'm in my off season, I guess. I do have to decide what to do with that last one, but I don't have to decide for a while. And even if I decided something right now, I would change my mind a few hundred times. Is that exactly what I just edited? It is very close. Okay, so I got 68 edited. Wait, 68 edited from this session, and then I've got the family ones too. And the sibling ones, I am going to grab some sibling ones to edit on here because they're too cute. I have to. It's required. And we gave the big sister her Beyonce moment with the wind machine holding her baby. I'm going to match this touch light. It's almost there. Nope, that is not the right color. And I apologize for how close to the camera I just came. There's no warning. It's uncalled for. Oops. I kind of want to try macro, and not just because of the trophy. Not even for competition. Just something that I have not done. So now I kind of want to rent a lens. almost did for this week, and then I changed my mind. What is going on? So not only was I already like sounding muffled, but I keep rolling over it and sitting on it and stuff. So it's a mystery as to why it's not working perfectly. There it is. Open eye. Love a bright-eyed newborn. Okay, here's potato sack baby. Here we go. Do baby head swap, and I'm gonna get rid of this one because I might keep it because I might switch that mouth out too. Alright, I'm going to flatten this and then duplicate. And since I made the genius play of having a pattern back there, I've got to make sure that I match it up. So there's top of the square, or whatever it is. And she's got little fuzzy and then okay. And then we'll go a little bigger because I'm not too worried about the pattern now because it's such a narrow strip. Come on, there we go. But I don't want a real hard edge either. Okay. Actually, while I'm right here, I'm just going to go ahead and clean that baby skin. One thing that I don't shoot is that I would like to start learning about that I've never studied at all is landscape photography. Okay. So now I do have to be aware of pattern and depth too, because that's going to be a lot more in focus than the rest. See, I quit yelling at you. You might not be able to hear me right now. There we go. And just gonna just go right along here. And then I'll pull that texture back in. Ouch, I just stubbed my toe. Okay. Kind of soften that line. There we go. All right. I don't think that I ran my basics on there. You know what I'm going to do? Because that overall is pretty bright. Yeah, I'm going to warm it up a little bit. I do like that little face, but I think I like the other one better. Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, but here is, so I've got 74 just of baby that we just did in the last 2 hours. Now I want to, there are so many cute ones of her and her sister. Yeah, let's just do this one real quick. 9470. Just to do one with the siblings, because I photographed her when she was a newborn, and now I've got her baby sister on there, and they're precious. So, okay, I'm going to duplicate just because there is a lot of sensor dust happening on here. Those were unrelated. That's not why I'm duplicating, but Now, because of low base, I'm going to go eat more Oreos. But I need to know. Okay, here's a life question for everybody in this room right now. Is there anybody on this planet that would voluntarily choose Oreo Thins? The answer is no. No. That's not what Oreos are for. It's like diet Oreo. That's a terrible idea. I feel very passionately about this. And there's only one right answer. And let me find a camera right side of that backdrop because there we go. It's true. Oh my gosh, everything popped. That's a keeper. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. This is abstract. Just kidding. I'm going to change it. On 3 different diets. Are they Oreo Thins? Because that's not healthy. We're sending help. And it's not that Oreos aren't healthy, it's that Oreo Thins are weird. Nobody wants an Oreo Thin. I completely lost track of what I was doing here because of how strongly I feel. Actually, probably need to brighten that just a teeny bit because nope, too much, Elliot. Pull it back. This one. Fair. I'm not a good dieter. It just feels like a challenge to me. And not in the way it's supposed to. In the like, I couldn't tell you the last time I went on a diet. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So if I just move that chair behind her, this would be much easier. Every few months, I feel like I should probably cut down on sugar, but it's always somebody's birthday. I wouldn't do that to myself, my kids. do. So I'm on the layer that's just the backdrop that's kind of covering, and that way I can blend it without interfering too badly with her little painted nails. Oops, that was got a little excited there. Yeah. So now I'll go away from it so it doesn't have that hard edge. Alright, so we went from that to that so far. And then I'll just bring some of this texture in here because this spot feels a little flat. Okay, now the real question is, did I? Yeah, I probably did. Okay, that I'm gonna definitely have to edit. The little one smiling and the big one over it. But it looks like I did. That looks like it bumped the way it should. Okay, I'm going to bring it down and add some color back in, warm it back up because I drained all that. Forget it. These two, I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the whole shebang down and then erase it back. Okay, and baby sis is looking a little bit jaundiced. So I'm going to go with reds first, just a teeny bit, and then yellows, just a teeny bit. Didn't change a lot, but I'm going to bump the curves. Have a good night, Ram. Thanks for hanging out. Get those entries ready. I want to see how everybody does. When do they close and announce it and all that good stuff? I could look at the... I'm going to live vicariously. Okay. There we go. So it's just a super subtle change, but enough. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and touch up their skin and some little highlights, and then we'll be all set. Okay, so let's go ahead with dodge. Just one switch, probably enough. And then go a little spot smaller. Smaller than that even. Bigger than that. There we go. Let's see here. A little chin. Okay. So, wait, before I do anything else. I'm just going to highlight some of the highlights in her hair. Especially these curls. A little bump there. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this one more time and run the smudge over some of the noisier spots. Just some of these. And then I'm going to go with a little bigger brush because sometimes that will allow that to just kind of smooth over more naturally. Yeah, like that. Too much. Okay. Okay, and then let's see if we can help her little smile along. Not that way. Well, she's good how she is. There we go. Oh, I love it. All right. All right. That's it for this session then. I will not be here Wednesday because I am going to the U.S. Men's National Soccer Team game. But let's see if we can find somebody on to raid. There is nobody. There's never anybody on when I want to raid anymore. So, thank you guys so much for being here. This is a fun stream. And I got my session in. And I might jump on tomorrow just because I know I'm not going to be here on Wednesday. So, I hope you guys had a beautiful, peaceful Memorial Day. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And thank you for the chat. I always, always love it. Go eat Mega Stuff Oreos and live your best life. And follow me here, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. Have an awesome night. Thanks, guys.
That's why you my mommy. Please.